Good day, everyone. Welcome to our eighth webinar for the Introduction to E-Commerce course of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, University of the Philippines, Open University. So for this webinar, we'll be discussing all about digital marketing. So this will be a series of webinars. So this first webinar is about the foundational concepts of digital marketing, particularly uh, what is marketing, how to segment customers and its and their customer journey that we can use for our digital marketing strategy. So let me just first open my slides here. Okay. So as I mentioned, will be our topics for this evening is a quick definition of digital marketing, segmentation, how to segment your customers so that you can have a good niche to start with, and then what are the customer behavior in terms of their journey in buying whatever you're selling. So that's our topic for this discussion. All right. So what is marketing? Marketing can be defined as selling or promotions, but for me, marketing is building relationships. It's simply building relationship towards your customers. Why relationships? You want to provide value and benefit to your customers so that they would connect with your business, connect with your brand. At the same time, by doing so, you get revenues, you get value as a form of revenues, profit. Selling is just a tool that you can use to build relationships. You want to have customers who have relationship with your business so that they can repeat over and over. Um, it's crucial that you offer something valuable so that you can build that relationship. Building relationship is either offering information to educate them and also to entertain them. And when you get noticed, they would buy something that you're offering. So the ultimate goal, the foundational definition of marketing is building relationships that is profitable for you as a business. So that's marketing. That's marketing in a nutshell. We can define marketing into many categories, many definitions, and many keywords. But the the best descriptive word for marketing is relationships, and by doing so, you can get profit out of it, and hopefully you get you provide something to your customers. When we talk about marketing, there is a misconception about traditional marketing and the digital marketing. Uh, Often they uh, get compared with each other. Will you do a traditional marketing or a digital marketing? But in the real world implementation of marketing, they should go hand in hand. There are pros and cons of a traditional marketing and a digital marketing. When I mean traditional marketing, this could be printed materials, the word of mouth, something about print, radio, TV. That's the traditional marketing. Digital ones are often hosted on digital platforms, social media, search engines, and other digital platforms that we know of right now. So traditional is often a shotgun approach. You when you create traditional marketing tactics, it's mostly broadcast to all and hope that whoever gets your message would buy from you. On the other hand, digital is more of a customized, personalized marketing tactic using digital platforms. So you can pinpoint exact individuals, exact groups in digital marketing as compared to the traditional one. So you should have a mix of both when you're creating a marketing strategy. It's not enough to just go with the digital or traditional. It should be a mix of both. Okay. So in marketing, uh, let's stop with the definition. Let's go with the elements crucial in marketing. In my opinion, you need to be mindful of these five factors to have a good marketing plan. Now, you can opt for a traditional marketing style or a digital marketing, but it always goes down with these five factors. First, your customers. You need to have clues on how you create your messages. You need to know your customers so that you can create that product market fit for your products or services, and also the key messages that you're pushing for you to build relationships. Now, when you know your customers, you should have a strategy. Strategy is about your relative strength and differences as compared to your competitors. Most of the time, when we do business, we have competitors. We don't want to just copy what they're doing. You need to have a differentiated approach and more customized approach depending on who your customers are. Oftentimes, we get confused and we get information on the internet that we see on articles that this tactic works best, this strategy works best. But in reality, that works for their customers. But it doesn't mean it will work on your customers. So it matters that you have a good strategy founded on the customer needs, wants, preferences. So that is strategy. There are tools to map out your competitors as well as your customer requirements. With that, you can create a strategy. So strategy is like when you go to one destination to the other, there are many roads. You don't want to travel in a road where there is too much traffic. You want to go to a road that is not congested, so that you have smooth travel from one point to another. That's a quick analogy of strategy. There are many ways to market. There are many ways to do marketing, and it's up to you to create a good strategy. And a good strategy is based on your customers rather than what you think works best. So market research matters in doing a marketing plan. So that's second strategy. The strategy relative to your competition. So you know who your customers are, you know who your competitors are, you have a strategy. Now, based on that strategy, you need to create content. Content are information you will use to market your product, to build relationships, and to build your brand. That's your content. Now, when you have that content, you need to put that out in different media types. So there are many media types. I think we've discussed uh, paid media. We have leased media, granted media, and then owned media. And then at the end of it all, you need to have an earned media so that it can create more awareness for your business. So that's choosing the correct platform where your customers hang out. That's media. And the last, I think one of the most important aspects of digital marketing and marketing is analytics. Analytics is using numbers to assess your performance so that you can adjust accordingly. In digital marketing, it's very easy to generate analytics, generate um, key performance indicator to know if your marketing strategy works. By doing so, you can create quick tests, monthly, weekly tests to know if your marketing plan works or not. So that's the five element that I think is needed in every marketing plan, digital or traditional, doesn't matter. The difference between traditional and digital in the media, you often push for digital platforms such as social media, search engines, and other digital platforms. And also the content is formatted depending on the platform you chose. So if you've chosen social media, for example, you have different formats for your content: stories, videos, graphics, text. So that conforms your content conforms to what media you've chosen. So this five elements work in every business. The important thing is the starting point should always be your customers. Why? Because that's the basis of your marketing plan. The definition of quality, this is often gets confused in most um, businesses. They businesses or entrepreneurs, they would offer the best quality, best product quality, best service quality, but do they know what is the definition of quality? The definition of quality is simply what your customers expect from you. And if you can provide a product or a service that your customer expect, you can provide the best quality. You can exceed those, but it's a different topic altogether. But quality is just meeting your customer expectations. And customers have different needs, different wants, different preferences. So in order to create a good marketing plan or a good promotions, you need to know what your customers want, what your customers need, what do they like, what do they prefer. So that's the starting point of every marketing plan. Without that, if you just copy from other plans, from other topics, from other tactics you read on the internet, most of the time it won't succeed. Why? Because it's based on a different customer segment. And one important thing in business is that you focus on a set of customers that have similar needs, wants, and preferences so that your marketing plan would resonate more. So that's the starting point of any business or any marketing plan is starting with customers, and that involves doing research and talking to your customers. So one technique in knowing your customers is to segment them and choose as a group of people who share the same attributes. So what are the ways to segment customers? First, we have demographics. These are the information that you can see on the public profiles of any individual nowadays, especially on social media. You can see age, gender, their marital status, maybe some ethnicity, income bracket. Maybe that's hidden income bracket, but there are clues in the internet where you can see income bracket and educational attainment. This demographics is really crucial when you do social media marketing because you can pinpoint exact demographics on paid advertising platforms such as Facebook ads. We also have psychographics here. Psychographics is interests, values, lifestyle. Usually in social media, these are the interest and the likes. The one you like, the pages you've liked, the topics usually talk about that psychographics. We also have search behavior. In the traditional marketing segmentation, this is behavioral segmentation. But in digital marketing, behavior is often uh, uh, seen in how you search information on the internet. And in searching information, you use certain keywords. So the keywords that they usually use matters, especially in search engine optimization and their intent. So you need to be mindful of what words do your customer usually use, what words they usually put in customer reviews, feedbacks. You can find search behaviors on paid platforms. There keyword research tools available out there. You can also search on reviews, comments, feedbacks listed on other e-commerce platforms or any digital platform there is available for you. You can find uh, common keywords that you can use on your marketing plans. We also have technographics. Technographics are the platforms they usually use, the type of internet connections and device used. You'll be surprised that you can target specific internet connection and devices on social media marketing in Facebook ads. There are segmentations there in the interest that you can pinpoint exact internet connection, if that's 3G, 4G, prepaid, postpaid, and then um, the devices. It could be smartphone, feature phone, or whatever phones listed there. So, but by having uh, listing the attributes of your customers through demographics, psychographics, behavior, search behavior, and then technographics, you have this picture of your customer, and that would be your basis in creating your marketing plan. You can refine that as you go along, but you need to have this initial customer persona it's a hypothetical customer that you market to. That's customer persona, and it has certain attributes, and that attribute is the one you listed initially. So that's your customer segmentation. I know in creating business models, you selected certain groups that you want to target for your e-commerce or for your business. Now, uh, in my case, I usually just list the basic segmentation attributes, and I don't really guess because it's a waste of time to guess certain attributes of customers that would respond to the business or to the marketing um, tactics I'm doing. So, what I usually do if I don't have a good data is to list down things or attributes that I know will respond to my business, to my marketing plan, and I would list down what I think the attributes would respond to my business. So it's a separate thing. Your actual versus the hypothesis. Now, when I do the actual marketing execution of the marketing plans, uh, I would generate more data so that I can match if what I hypothesized in the start of my marketing plan is true or falsified, or if I just listed an incorrect one. So uh, it doesn't it doesn't really need to be that detailed in terms of segmentation. You just select a group and then select the basic attributes, and then you start with that customer persona. As you implement your business, as you implement your marketing plan, you would generate more data points so that you can have a good picture of who your customers really are, right? Now, the second concept in knowing your customers is knowing the customer journey. This is the stages that a customer goes through when they want to purchase something. Now, I mentioned that marketing is about building relationship. So the end goal of any customer journey is loyalty. Loyalty that you you can ensure a relationship with them, and uh, that or those customers would continuously buy from you. So that's the end goal of any marketing plan. That's relationship. And in the customer journey, that's the last part, which is loyalty. Now, it starts with awareness, and then consideration, conversion, and loyalty. So awareness, this is the time when your customer become aware that you're selling something or you're promoting something. So that's awareness. They get interested in whatever you're telling them in your marketing uh, promotions. The consideration is where they become aware. They would search for information about uh, your business or the product you're selling or the service you're selling. They would search in other websites, search on other platforms, information about your product, about your competitors, what are the benefits, and anything that would aid in their decision whether to buy from you or not. So that's consideration. Usually, the average, I think, it's around 7 to 10 information before they decide whether they would buy from you. So you need lots of information from you and from others to reinforce the decision whether to buy from you or not. So it involves many content. The powerful ones in consideration are earned media, which are feedback, reviews, um, and then PRs, and anything said that comes from other customers. So that's one of the powerful things in consideration stage. When people decide whether they would buy or not your business, that's conversion stage. So this is where people buy from you. That's a conversion stage. Loyalty is where you provide the after sale service. They would repeat purchase, and then they would create a relationship with you, and that relationship would result in advocacy for your brand. They become loyal fans. They would promote for you without you paying them. So that's loyalty. So that's the end goal of any marketing plan. So the basic explanation of customer journey, para hindi naman masyadong formal. Sabi nila, customer journey is parang manliligaw lang. So, kapag may lumapit sa isang lalaki, sa isang babae, sabi niya, pwede bang manligaw? So, yun. Yun na yung awareness. So, the girl becomes aware that the boy would court her. Yan. Yun yung awareness. So, habang nangliligaw siya, they would, the boy would offer information, offer gifts and all. So yun yung consideration to reinforce yung decision. Sasagutin siya. So yun yung consideration. Pwedeng matagal, pwedeng mabilis. Yung conversion kapag sinagot na si girl, si boy. So yun yung conversion. And then loyalty, sabi nila that's forever. So yun yung nagpakasal na sila. Yan. So that's a quirky explanation of customer journey. Similar to us when we buy something from the internet, we come across ads from social media primarily. We get aware of something, so we search information on search engines, talk to people, uh, ask people on our messengers, Viber, and all to ask whether is this a good buy or not. And then you search, you read information, watch videos. That's the consideration stage. That is where you want to know more about the product or the service and uh, help you decide whether to buy or not. Conversion is when you buy that product. Loyalty is about repeat purchase. So there are times that people would just go straight to consideration because they are aware they need something. So when you say you need a microphone, for example, you don't need to be pushed with ads to know that you need to buy microphone. So you just go straight to consideration. And then some people just want to go straight to conversion. They want to pick among the options. So it matters that you have a marketing content and approach for each of the customer journey stages. And that is part of your big marketing strategy to know how aware your customers are, what information do they seek, and what promotional tactics would nudge them for them to help them decide in buying your product or service. And then the last part is loyalty. How can you forge a continuous relationship so that uh, you have repeat purchase and you have uh, free promotions from their referrals and then from advocating your business. So let's go in detail with the four stages. So awareness, it's going big, wide, and loud. So the number one objective in awareness is to reach as many eyes as possible so that they become aware that you exist or your product exists. So you promote advocacy, you create earned media, which are testimonials, feedback. This is what I'm mentioning a while ago. You can discover new customer segments in the awareness stage. Let's say, for example, in Facebook ads, you target the whole Philippines without uh, targeting specific interest. And when you implement that paid marketing approach, you will be surprised that the people who will respond to your ads would have a pattern of interest, pattern of uh, age, gender, and other attributes that you didn't define at the start. So when you create a second campaign, you know that these individuals, these attributes would better respond to whatever iteration you'll be doing. You can introduce your product service. Awareness is about promote promotions and promotion to as many eyes as possible. So it can cross over to your offline marketing channels and to your online ones. Uh, it's about brand recognition and positive sentiment. You create content that would be sort of positive to your brand. Usually in the awareness stages, content is content is about uh, building virality, not so much about selling your exact product. So you can see content, videos, graphics focusing on stories rather than selling. So that way you can connect on a deeper level to your customers rather than just selling. So imagine you just met a person and the first thing that person said to you was, would you buy from me? So who would believe that? Who would buy from that individual? So similarly, marketing approach should be doing in stages that conforms to their behavior in terms of purchasing something. So you need to introduce first before you try to sell something to your customers. Next is consideration. When people become aware, you want to deepen the engagement. So you want to have a one-on-one conversation. You can have uh, avenues where people can talk to you as a business. Consideration also is the opportunity to differentiate from your competition in terms of the content you're pushing. It could be video, it could be anything that would differentiate you from your competitors. So this is part of the strategy. Um, it's about generating positive sentiment, um, inquiries, soliciting feedback or questions so that you can answer. This is also part of consideration, becoming a thought leader, feedback, and then ultimately explaining what are the benefits of your product, service, and why do they need to have a relationship with you. So that's basically the consideration. So there are many ways to build consideration, and that is through uh, creating avenues for communication and also content that is valuable for their decision. And conversion is really getting the go. So if you want to sell, this is the time you promote something that is really about selling. Um, you it's not just about selling or revenue. It could be just a lead. Lead is an individual or a profile that you have uh, a contact information. So, for example, one individual, you got one email, so you can uh, that's a lead. So that's one way to communicate with that individual. Some businesses just want to get leads rather than sales. So there are business like that. There's also registrations, sign ups, especially for applications, downloads for those who are selling digital content. Um, it's always about generating positive sentiment in every journey. That's very critical. And in conversion stage, it's about optimizing cost per acquisition because you always spend something for your marketing plan. You want to generate the the most number of cost paying customers with respect to the budget you're spending for your marketing. So the more optimized, meaning the lesser cost per acquisition, the better. And then you can also drive offline traffic to your physical stores. You can do that in digital marketing. Lastly, it's about loyalty. It's reinforcing that relationship, which is the main objective of any marketing plan is to have uh, relationships with your target market. That would increase your customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value is how much will you earn for every customer at a certain period of time. You don't want to have one-to-one purchase. So when people buy from you, it's just one-off thing. You want to have a regular paying customers, customers that pay or buy from you regularly. So that's the objective of any marketing plan, is to have repeat purchases that is founded on a good relationship between you and your customer. Lastly, you can acquire more data points and deepen customer knowledge that you can use to innovate your business further. Now, uh, let's uh, let's focus on let's skip the strategy part of this discussion first. It's a very lengthy discussion altogether. So let me just uh, introduce content as our tool to to navigate along the customer journey. So we have these five content types: text, audio, image, video, interactive. The content we see nowadays is a mixture of these five types or a standalone. Now, let me just introduce you to the content pyramid of this is from the way you create content uh, as characterized by YouTube, Google. So when you create content for your digital marketing, usually classify your content into these three types. So you have the hero content. Hero content is something that would expand your reach, something that would go viral, something that is you put marketing budget and time into. So this could be events, this could be a paid promotion, this could be a production level content. So that's a hero. Usually for every marketing plan, hero is just a one thing. Once every year, once every 3 years. It's just a one-off thing because it's too costly. So this is the go big moments. Now, you need to provide hub and help content. Hub is about you. Hub is about your product, your service, your offering. So this is about explaining your product or service in whatever form, whatever content type. Help is about content that your customers usually seek. So if you're selling, this is help is something help content or information that would educate your customers. So if you're maybe if you're selling food items maybe on your e-commerce platform, you could offer help content through recipes, how-tos video, like that. Hub is about your product, your food items, and hero is something big that would go viral. It could be a paid promotion wherein you would pay an endorser or something. Um, hero is about entertainment. You entertain to build awareness, to build virality, so that it can be easily shared by your customers. Help is about educating, educating about what they need. And hub is information about your product and service. So that's the the content types that you need to be mindful of. So it's a pyramid setup because much content is needed for the help uh, segment. Hub is the uh, second section with the more with the highest content. Is hero is just a one-off thing. We have also the content pyramid. This is from Facebook. Content pyramid is for Facebook is for the attention span. So not just the intent of entertaining and educating. You should format content based on your customer's attention span. So we have the on the go, lean forward, and lean back. On the go is as the picture states, content that can easily be consumed while we are on train, on transport, walking, or exercising. You can just uh, read on or view videos and then close immediately when you want to. That's on the go content. Uh, Quick, bite sized content that can get the message across. And that doesn't need too much attention span. Lean forward is a more lengthier content. This is for people who have higher interest, higher awareness as compared to the on the go. So on the go usually are paid ads. Lean forward are usually longer videos, articles, and content to educate. Usually that's on the consideration stage. Lean forward is something Lean forward is something like kapag nasa ano tayo, nakapila like for example we're getting our license renewed in LTO. uh we would be sitting in the chairs there waiting for our names to be called. So during that time we can open our phones and read content, view videos, read articles, and close anytime when our name is called. So parang ganun siya. Literally, we are at the edge of the seat, and anytime we can close. Medyo merong time. It involves minutes. So yun yung lean forward. Lean back is something that you would browse when you have time to read, to view content. This is for longer sessions. This is really for the interested ones. Ito na yung we are really deciding whether to buy or not. So that's lean back content. Now, that's basically our foundations for marketing. I don't want you to bore with the details of digital marketing and marketing in general. We have so many elements to cover for our digital marketing. We just into the customers. We would be discussing in the next session strategy, a little bit about content, media, and analytics. Hopefully, so at the end of it all, this digital marketing discussions would uh, would result in a marketing plan that is unique for you, unique for your business, and uh, would give you the opportunity to optimize in terms of spending less budget for the most number of sales or customers, paying customers for your business. Okay, so I would stop from here. So again, we covered topics in uh, digital marketing as a relationship or building relationships, and that relationship would be beneficial for your customers as well as for you. That relationship should be profitable at the end of the day. And creating a digital marketing plan starts with your customers, and that requires segmentation. You need to identify attributes and then select a group of individuals who share the same attributes. That could be through demographics, psychographics, um, search behavior, and then technographics. And lastly, we define the journey that every customer, every individual goes through when they are about to purchase something. So that involves awareness for pushing information for our customers, consideration, educating them for their decision. Conversion is about getting the goal that is customers becoming your a paying customer. And then lastly, loyalty. The last stage of the customer journey is loyalty, wherein you can create lasting relationships that would be beneficial for you, for to increase the customer lifetime value, and also helping people solve their problems through the products and service you're offering. So that's basically the foundation that you need to learn in terms of building a marketing plan. Now, for our next discussion, we'll be focusing more on strategy, content, media, and analytics. So hopefully we have some demo. But before that, let me just break the ice. Uh, Marami bang umattend ngayon? Mag-ano tayo, game. Let's see if you really learned something. So game, let's have a game before we end our discussion. Quick game. Just log into kahoot.it on your browsers or on the Kahoot app. The pin is 704-4658. So this is a quick game about the customer journey in some of the topics we covered today. May utang pa yata ako last time on the kung sino yung nanalo before. So, yeah. Sabi nyo kasi, entertaining yung game. So, yeah. We'll do games. Every discussion. Number is 704-4658. So, if you're using just a phone, you run Zoom at the background. I'll be uh, narrating or dictating the question para you don't need to have two monitors. And let's start. I think yeah, let's start. So for those who are still logging into the game, the pin is on the lower right of your screen. You can enter anytime. So I'll be starting the game. This is used in the last last workshop that I made. So when thinking is on what customer journey stage, when your customers think about your product or service, that's on what stage. So when your customer think about your product or service, they are interested. And when they're interested, they usually seek information from you, from other sources. So that's consideration. I read something just recently. The average number of content or pieces of information an individual needs to have before deciding to purchase or not is usually 10 pieces of content. It could be video, uh, article, uh, text, infographic, whatever. Basta 10. May 10 information siyang ma, ma, maiisip or mapapag-aralan before niyang malaman kung bibili siya o hindi. So, it matters to have many content for your marketing plan. So, hindi lang basta gawa ka ng paid ad. One paid ad, tingin mo makakarami ka na ng customers. Hindi ganun eh. So, you need to map out certain content and strategies for each of the customer journey stages. Next, when we when people see something, that's on what customer journey stage. Madali lang to. When people see something, so it's awareness. Awareness is when people become aware of your product and service. Usually, di ba, nagbo-browse tayo ng social media, newsfeed usually, Facebook or Instagram. Yun naman yung common social media platform here in the Philippines. Biglang may makikita kang something na nasa newsfeed mo na may sponsored na maliit and then naisip mo, uy, parang interesting to or parang kailangan ko nga siya. Parang ganon. So, that's uh, an example of seeing. You saw something na pinush sa'yo through a paid ad. So, yan siya. And when you got interested, you search. You search something to reinforce yung kung bibili ka nga o hindi. Doing. Yan, madali lang to. When a customer do something on their smartphone, it's on what journey stage? So it's usually conversion. When people do something, pwede kasi yung conversion hindi lang siya pagbili. Pwedeng mag-iwan lang siya ng email. Pwedeng magbigay siya ng inquiry. Pwedeng ganon yung conversion. Kasi may experience ako dyan. I have this client. Our conversion is just an email. So when people send email to that business, that's a conversion. Kasi it's a so big, it's an item that is so pricey. Medyo mahal siya. Kapag nag-market ka lang through social media to websites, hindi usually bumibili. It involves a face-to-face conversation and negotiation. So yun yung conversion namin. I would generate interested individuals wanting to have a meeting with the business owner or the sales executive. So ganun siya. Pwedeng a simple click. Kasi pag nag-click tayo sa isang link, usually na nasa social media or any link sa online, meron niyang trackers eh. That would track us kung nasaan man tayo sa internet, mapapadalan tayo ng ads. You know, that's what we call retargeting or remarketing. Mapapansin natin, sinusundan tayo ng mga ads. Yan, yun yun. So, maraming conversion. We'll be discussing that when we do the actual marketing tactics and strategies. Canvassing. When we canvas products, yan, canvas prices, we compare, mix and match. That's still on consideration. Um, kaya marami kayo makikita mga e-commerce platforms. They would offer a versus type of content like ito yung features namin, ito yung meron dun sa iba, bakit ito lang yung meron kami, parang ganun. So, uh, they would offer comparison type of content to reinforce yung decision ng customer. Ito madali. Advocating. So, pabilisan na lang 'to kasi madali yung ano, question, eh. Pabilisan na lang kasi ang points in this game, mas mabilis ka sumagot ng tama, mas mataas yung points. So, advocating is loyalty. The ultimate goal in marketing is relationships. A good thing if we do marketing plan with an end goal of having relationships is to build raving fans. Raving fans are something na magbibigay sa inyo ng free marketing promotions pa. So sila mismo ang magsasabi o magre-refer sa product and service nyo sa ibang groups pa. So ang sabi nila, I don't know if this still stand in the marketing world. Before, when we are studying in marketing sa classroom, the average daw of an individual, kapag an individual is happy with a service or a product, they would usually tell the experience to 3 individuals. So, kumbaga, ano ba tawag doon? Something that parang would multiply yung awareness. And then, kapag bad experience or yung in-expect niya hindi na-meet, ang usual na sinasabihan daw ng isang individual ay 5. So, ibig sabihin, it pays when we do our marketing plan aiming for good relationships. Rather than doing just a one-off thing, minsan merong magalit na isa. Imagine, may dalawa kayong customer. Yung business nyo, dalawa lang yung customer. Yung isa, sobrang ganda ng experience. Sasabihin nila sa tatlo. Yung isa, ang pangit ng experience. Hindi maganda. Sasabihin niya sa 5. At the end of the day, yung business nyo, mas maraming galit or mas maraming negative feedback kaysa sa positive. So, ganun ang usual na for me, especially do sa mga business na hinahandle ko, na relationship should always be at the forefront because it's better to be proactive in terms of having or fighting the fires or complaints. Yeah. Okay. Marami pa palang question. So, let's proceed to the next one. Exploring. When we explore or people explore it in this customer journey stage. Usually it's on awareness because sa consideration kasi you have an interest. When you explore, wala kang intention or wala kang objective. You just browse through anything, everything, or magtingin-tingin ka lang without aiming for something. So, usually, that's on the awareness stage. Consideration, meron ka ng intention eh. May intent ka na. Yun yung difference. That's why the correct term is like canvassing or educating rather than exploring. When you care or people care about you, that's on this stage. And as I mentioned a while ago, uh, when people care for your business, that's I think the highest form of marketing you can have. Yeah. So obvious naman, it's loyalty. Taking action, I think this was asked a while ago. So, bonus. Taking action is conversion. Conversion. So ito medyo mahirap-hirap. Reach is an objective of what or audience journey step. Reach is people seeing your content. Yeah. The number of people seeing your content. That's reach. Awareness siya, awareness. So that's the metric you want to monitor when you do promotions, especially on digital platforms. The number of reach that your post or your content generated. The higher the number, the better. Website traffic is an objective of what audience journey step. So kapag website traffic, so traffic number of people who entered your website. Yeah. So consideration siya. Usually, when you go to a website, you don't go to a website instantly. You are aware of something kung pupunta ka sa isang website. Usually, naghahanap ka sa search engine, magbibigay ng search engine result, tsaka mo siya i-click. Or, loyal ka na at the first place, kaya pupunta ka sa website traffic. Pero, the best uh, journey stage or step, website traffic is usually consideration. Kasi, kapag magpo-promote ka, like kunyari, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, usually, gusto mo siyang papuntahin sa own platforms mo or owned media. That's through your website. So, yun, consideration. They would read through stuff on your website to reinforce their decision to buy or not. Video views is an objective of what our audience journey step or customer journey step. Video views. The number of people who viewed your video, it's consideration usually. Usually consideration siya. Uh, um, awareness could also be viewed. Video view can also be used as a metric for awareness, but that's not the best. That's not the best metric for awareness. Kapag video content ginamit mo for awareness, video view is not that good of a metric because pwedeng may isang tao pa ulit-ulit lang ng view. Usually it's more of reach, unique individuals seeing your video. Kapag consideration, usually video views, mas fit siya sa consideration. Tatlo na lang. Last three questions. Ito, madali na to. How many are the content types? Yun yung kaninang may icons na pula. So, just type in your answer. So, we have five. Five. Oh, tatlo lang yung tumama. Okay. Um, still have three more questions. Double points. Pwede pang humabol. So, ito yung YouTube's content pyramid. In proper order from right or left to right. Sorry. Yeah. The Triple H content pyramid. Okay? Parang, yeah. Next. Last two, last two. So, Facebook Content Pyramid. Uh, yan. Okay. So, almost got it right. So, yan yung ating scoreboard. Last look before the last question. We still have last question to catch up. Double points. One content can be transformed into different content types and formats. So it's true. The usual comment when I do this customer journey discussion is that yes, we have four uh, stages to consider. For a small business with little time to work with their marketing, especially the content development, parang kailangan mong gumawa ng content for each journey stage. Meron pang on the go, o yung on the go, lean forward, lean back, then hero hub, help. So it's very difficult for a small business, especially kung solopreneur, mag-isa ka lang, you do everything. Ang hirap. So, uh, we have techniques to use so that one content can be repurposed into different content, uh, especially for different formats in digital platforms. Babago-baguhin lang natin, and then we change the intent and the formats, and it's good to go. So maraming techniques for us to be efficient in our work. So that would be our uh, topic for the next workshop or the next webinar. So our winner for this game is sino? Si Jace. So congratulations. Okay. Now, this would be the end of our discussion. So before we end the webinar, uh, do we have any question from the group? May question ba tayo from our group? Hopefully you learned something. I know it's a little bit theoretical at this point, but you'd be surprised that these concepts would be very helpful for you to create a marketing strategy, digital man or traditional, for your business. Uh, it's best for digital marketing, but you can use that for traditional marketing as well, especially yung mga may physical business dyan. Uh, no questions. So with that, I'll end this discussion. Our next webinar would be this Saturday. So I'll prepare something for content, and we'll do the strategy at the last part. So content and the platforms maybe. Okay. So thank you very much, and hopefully you learned something. We'll continue the discussion on our course portal, and I'll be checking all of your assignment number 3 submissions. So continue working on the projects, and if you have questions, feel free to ask me. Facebook, then sa core site. Yan. So, wala talagang question. So, with that, thank you very much and good day, everyone.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Dan. Good night, everyone.